Before a digital signature can carry legal weight, one question comes first: who is signing? In this module, we connect digital identity, trust services, and EU digital identity wallets and show how they support secure, recognized transactions across Europe. We've established why eIDAS 2.0 matters. It creates a common trust framework for secure digital interactions across the EU. Now we move from policy to practice, looking at identity, authentication, trust service providers, and digital wallets, the components that make electronic signatures reliable. An electronic signature is only as trustworthy as the identity behind it. In the physical world, you may show ID, confirm you are the person named, and then sign. Digital transactions follow the same logic. Identity verification establishes who is involved. Authentication confirms the right person is using the service at that moment. The signing action records intent, consent, or approval. Together, these steps turn a simple click into a trusted transaction. It helps to separate three questions. Identification asks, who are you? That might be a name, ID number, or account record. Authentication asks, can you prove it right now? This is where passwords, devices, biometrics, or security codes come in. A signature action asks, did you intentionally approve this? In practice, all three may happen in one workflow, but legally and technically, they are not the same. A legally useful e-signature is more than a drawn mark or clicked button. It starts with intent. The person chooses to review and approve a specific document. The system then strengthens the connection by authenticating the user and binding the signature to the exact content. After signing, timestamps, certificates, and audit events preserve the context. That evidence trail helps prove who signed, what they signed, and when. Trust services are the operational layer that makes digital trust usable in practice. A signature is not trusted simply because it is electronic. It is trusted because supporting services can verify who signed, whether the document changed, when the action happened, and whether the certificate behind it is valid. Under eIDAS, qualified trust service providers meet stricter rules, supporting reliable transactions between individuals, businesses, and public authorities across the EU. Different trust services answer different trust questions. An electronic signature says, this person approved this. An electronic seal says, this organization issued or protected this, and it has not been altered. A timestamp says, this data existed at this exact time. Used together, they create stronger evidence. Who acted, which organization stands behind the record, whether it stayed intact, and when the transaction became provable. Digital certificates are the trust anchor behind many online actions. They can identify a person, support signing, protect encryption, or authenticate a website. But trust is not permanent. A relying party may need to confirm that a certificate was valid, not expired, not revoked, and issued by a trusted provider. That validation step is what lets organizations depend on digital evidence, especially months or years after a document was signed. A trust service provider supplies digital trust tools, such as signatures, seals, timestamps, or certificates. A qualified trust service provider is the higher assurance version. It has met eIDAS requirements, is supervised, and its qualified services may carry stronger legal and evidentiary weight. The practical question is not which is better. It is whether the use case needs regulated assurance, cross-border recognition, or stronger proof. Assurance works like a risk dial, not a default setting. A newsletter sign-up may only need basic verification because the impact of error is low. A loan agreement, government application, or financial contract carries higher legal and financial consequences, so it may require stronger identity proofing, stronger authentication, or qualified trust services. The design goal is balance: protect transactions enough to be defensible without adding friction where the risk does not justify it. The EU Digital Identity Wallet acts as a user-controlled bridge between identity, credentials, and trusted services. Instead of repeatedly uploading documents or creating separate verification flows, a person can present specific verified attributes, such as age, a license, a qualification, or a business role. The key idea is selective sharing. Disclose only what is needed, when it is needed, while supporting authentication, electronic signatures, and access to public or private services. With a digital wallet, identity verification becomes a consent-driven exchange, not a document collection exercise. A service asks for a credential. The user reviews exactly what is being requested. The wallet presents only the selected verified attributes, such as age, address, or role. The provider then checks the credential's authenticity and grants access if it is valid. This reduces repeated form filling while supporting data minimization across banking, commerce, and government services. A wallet can make signing feel like a normal product interaction while still preserving trust. It helps prove who the signer is, then authenticates the action so the user clearly approves the signature. The application can route that request to a qualified trust service provider, which creates the signature and supporting evidence. A relying party can later validate it, including across borders, with less custom integration work. For product leaders, wallet adoption is a governance decision, not just a technology choice. Start with risk. What assurance level is justified for the transaction? Then reduce data collection to the minimum needed. Design for EU interoperability from the beginning, so the service works across markets and providers. Finally, make evidence, audit trails, and validation part of the workflow. Trust is strongest when user experience, compliance, security, and operations are designed together. To wrap up, digital identity proves who is involved, authentication confirms access, and signing records intent. Trust services provide the infrastructure that makes transactions reliable. EU digital identity wallets can streamline verification and signing. Next, we connect these foundations to business value, compliance choices, product strategy, and risk.